Hello, Serendipitous here with another video for the board game shelf. Here we got the Magic Labyrinth. This is a game that I had never really heard of before, and I've never really heard of it since I got this. But basically, my wife and I got this as a wedding present from a good friend of ours who knows that we love board games. And this is probably one of the simpler games that we have. We don't usually take this out very often, but it's got some fun things to it. So the story behind this is that you're a bunch of wizards in training, and you're trying to navigate a maze of invisible walls. So how does that translate to this game? So we have this board right here, and when I lift it up, these are the invisible walls. You can take this out, and you can remove any of the walls and kind of place them wherever you want. You can even sort of turn this around and orient it in a different way so that you can basically change the way the walls work every single time. So how are these invisible walls, you ask? Well, let me show you. So these are the wizard pawns. They've got a magnetic bottom here, like a magnetic on the bottom with this sort of metal ball. Let me put this back and show you exactly how this works. You might have figured it out already, but essentially you start in one of these corners, and you put the ball underneath the corner, and this here. So now the ball is underneath the pawn here, and essentially what you're trying to do is there's a bag with a bunch of with a bunch of little cardboard tokens, and there's one token for each of these symbols. And so let's say that out of the bag you draw the flower symbol. So you want to try to get to that flower symbol before anyone else does to collect the token. So you roll a dice, and let's say I roll a 3. I'm going to try to go 3 spaces towards the flower. So 1, oh, yep. I'm not sure if you heard that sound, but essentially that means that the ball has fallen down. Let me clear a few things out. I've hit the invisible wall. The ball has hit the invisible wall, and I have to start over again. By the way, this is this is the bag that has all the tokens in them. So yeah, you just draw one of these, and this becomes the new objective, right? And then this right here is the dice. It's a very lightweight, like wooden dice, essentially. But yeah, so you've hit an invisible wall, because not only will you hear this sound, but you also feel there's that sort of resistance of pulling something magnetically between a board, but then you won't feel that anymore because the ball will have dropped. And I love how this is constructed too, because these sections all slope outward so that the ball will always fall to a corner, so that you can always easily grab it. That's basically how it works. It's, like I said, very, very simple. And so you kind of have to you kind of have to try to guess and memorize where all the walls are. So I remember that the wall was here, so I want to try to go here maybe, okay, and then here. Oh, nope, yeah, I hit another invisible wall. Yeah, so there you go. That is the Magic Labyrinth. I've always had fun every time I played this, but I will say that because the gameplay is so simple, sometimes it gets a bit frustrating because, again, there might be... So when you look at it, the labyrinth doesn't get too complicated technically. There's lots of different avenues to go around, but especially since you can't see it, it can get frustrating when, you get really close to a symbol and all of a sudden you lose, or there's a lot of luck to it. And also the fact that you have to roll a dice to determine how many spaces you can walk. It's probably a little more luck than some people might like. And this does seem to be a game that's more suitable for maybe younger players or something, but it's still very delightful. And my wife and I are happy to keep this, especially for when kids come along. This would be a good game to play with, maybe not toddlers or something, because there's smaller pieces, but definitely children, maybe 8 or 9 or 10 or something like that, would probably enjoy something like this. So, but yeah, very, very simple, very straightforward. And again, it was a wedding present, so can't complain. It was a very thoughtful present. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and until next time, all the best.